With all of the hearing loss and dementia headlines you and your patients are seeing, you're probably wondering, how do I integrate this information into my clinical work? Or maybe you're asking, how do I have these conversations in a responsible way? The topic of the association between hearing loss and cognition is not new. In 2011, Frank Lin and colleagues published an article with findings that those with mild hearing loss had 2 times the increased risk of developing dementia compared to their normal hearing peers. And as the amount of hearing loss increased, so did the risk of dementia. In fact, those with severe untreated hearing loss had a risk factor 5 times greater than those with normal hearing. The conclusions of that study stated that further study is needed to determine if hearing loss is a marker for early-stage dementia or is a modifiable risk factor. And the scientific community has responded. In July of 2023, the findings of the ECHHO trial were published. This landmark study is the first long-term randomized control trial to determine if hearing intervention can, in fact, reduce the rate of cognitive decline. The results are favorable for hearing intervention in many aspects. The participants reported satisfaction with their devices, as well as improved communication impairment, reduction in loneliness, and increase in social network size and diversity. This trial also revealed that in a population at higher risk for developing cognitive decline, interventions for hearing loss resulted in a 48% reduction in cognitive change over a span of 3 years. In addition to the ECHHO study, we also have evidence from the ENHANCE study being completed out of the University of Melbourne. This longitudinal prospective cohort study looked at individuals who received hearing intervention and compared them to individuals who did not receive hearing aids. They found that those that received the hearing intervention had improved or stable cognition. Because we all know that there is no question that hearing aids can not only allow people to hear better, but to live better too, Phonak has been committed to our brand philosophy that well-hearing is well-being. So much so that in these 2 pivotal landmark studies, hearing intervention was made possible through an in-kind donation of Phonak and Sonova hearing aids and assistive technology for participants. As a hearing care provider, you have a front row seat to the positive effects of hearing aids. You see people's faces light up. You see people sit back in their chairs and relax when they're hearing better. And you get to see how their lives flourish through the use of hearing aids and accessories. And now, with the findings from these studies, you have positive evidence that shows hearing aid use may contribute to better cognitive outcomes. So, how do you synergize these findings to attract new patients, educate physicians and other allied health professionals, and refine your clinical skills? As we explore the area of cognitive well-being, we have the support you need to help you provide constructive messages to your patients in a responsible manner. The Phonak ECHHO program is designed to provide you with the education about the link between our minds and our ears, the research findings that support hearing intervention, and how to adapt your clinical skills to improve the lives of our patients and their families while supporting cognitive fitness. With expert guidance from key opinion leaders in the topic of cognition, you will be more prepared to confidently discuss cognition with your patients, their families, and your community to establish yourself as a hearing care provider that thinks beyond the ears. If you're interested in hearing more about this topic, check out our Foundations of Hearing Loss and Cognition course right here on Audiology Online. And if you're interested in a deeper dive through the ECHHO program or start the conversation through our marketing toolkit, reach out to your Phonak representative or visit this webpage.